If there's one current driver who personifies the ups and downs of a Formula One career, it's Pierre Gasly, the likeable Frenchman with a winning smile and talent to match the size of his heart. Born in Rouen, France in 1996, Gasly's family were already involved in motorsport. Both his grandfather and father were karters, with Jean-Jacques Gasly also competing in endurance and rally racing. Catching the four-wheeled bug from the age of 6, young Pierre soon became part of a karting clique that included Charles Leclerc, Antoine Hubert, and Esteban Ocon, a group all tipped to be huge stars of the future. Third in his debut season in French Formula 4, his obvious skill attracted sponsorship, enabling him to move up the grades. In 2013, he was Formula Renault European champion and runner-up in the World Series the following year, behind his future teammate Carlos Sainz. In 2015, he became a reserve driver for the Red Bull F1 stable and competed in his first full season of GP2. He made his F1 practice debut in a test session following the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona, driving both the Toro Rosso and the Red Bull. The following year, he was on the podium 9 times and won 4 races, including the feature race finale in Abu Dhabi.
Gasly crosses the line to become the 2016 GP2 champion.
Fantastic team. Thank you so much. What an unbelievable season.
But despite being best of those not already in the top tier of motorsport, Gasly found there were no available F1 seats for him for 2017. Instead, he continued his reserve role with Red Bull while competing in the Japanese Super Formula Championship. But as Gasly would find out later in his career, one driver's misfortune can lead to another's opportunity. Having already been replaced at Red Bull Racing by Max Verstappen, a series of mistakes and technical failures had plagued Daniil Kvyat's season for Toro Rosso, and the team duly offered his seat to Gasly ahead of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Qualifying 15th on his full F1 debut, he finished his maiden race 1 place higher.
So young Gasly doing a good job in his first Grand Prix. He's obviously pitted, so he's back down the field a bit, but I must say I've been very impressed with him so far.
He completed 4 of the remaining 5 races. P12 in Brazil was his best finish as he missed the US Grand Prix in order to finish the Super Formula season in Japan. But he'd already done enough to convince Toro Rosso to retain his services for the following year. He scored his first points in the second race of 2018 with a superb 4th place in Bahrain.
Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Congrats, guys! Grazie mille a tutti! Fantastic job!
I'm still struggling to realize what just happened because now we never imagined we will be able to finish in the top 5.
Further top 10 finishes in Monaco, Hungary, Belgium and Mexico saw the Frenchman finish 15th in the championship, outscoring his teammate Brendan Hartley by 25 points. At the Red Bull senior team, it was announced that Daniel Ricciardo had signed to drive for Renault, and that meant a seat would open up at Red Bull for someone. Now driving for a team that could genuinely fight for podiums and victories, 2019 started out well. Points in Bahrain and P6 in China with the fastest lap of the race. Then a streak of 6-point finishes, including another fastest lap in Monaco and a quality 4th place at Silverstone. But the pressure for more was mounting. As other drivers had found previously, it was hard to match up to the raw talent of Max Verstappen, and Red Bull expected better from his teammate. Every error or misfortune was judged against the dynamic Dutchman's consummate skill.
And there, going wide, that's Gasly. There's a problem there with his front wing.
And a respectable P6 at the Hungaroring wasn't enough to save his job. During the summer break, after just 12 races with the senior team, Red Bull made the decision to swap Gasly with Toro Rosso rookie Alex Albon. Although a huge disappointment for the Frenchman, he refused to see it as the beginning of the end of his F1 journey. He took the time to regroup and refocus as the season restarted in Belgium.
Well, of course, was kind of a shock, and I was disappointed because it's not what I'd been told during all that period and also after Budapest. So I didn't really expect that, but it's a decision I respect, and now I need to focus on the present and the future with Toro Rosso.
But Spa-Francorchamps would prove to be a tragic weekend, for Gasly in particular. A terrible crash in the Formula 2 feature race saw his best friend and former karting colleague Antoine Hubert suffer critical injuries, to which the 22-year-old succumbed. Gasly bravely raced on in memory of his fallen friend. Gasly finished the Belgian Grand Prix in 9th place, and there were further points finishes in Singapore, Japan and Mexico, as he again showed that he was a true racer and a fighter, demonstrated in the most dramatic style at Interlagos.
Hamilton fights Gasly to the line! Gasly comes home to take second place!
Good job, Pierre.
It's my first podium in Formula 1, and yeah, for sure I will never forget it. You know, it's such a special moment. I don't know what to say. It's just so emotional.
Over the course of the season, Gasly amassed 95 points, 3 more than his Red Bull replacement Albon, ultimately finishing 7th in the drivers' standings. He was rewarded with another season at Toro Rosso, with whom he was growing into a fully fledged team leader. As the 2020 season approached, F1 and the world faced up to the challenge of COVID-19. Toro Rosso rebranded as AlphaTauri, and Gasly finished P7 at the Red Bull Ring in the opening round of the championship. There were further scores at Silverstone, Barcelona and Spa, but little was the Frenchman to know that his P2 in Brazil the previous November would soon be topped by a Super Sunday at another legendary F1 circuit, Monza.
Pierre Gasly is in front for the AlphaTauri team that won here as Toro Rosso, and they are going to win in 2020 as AlphaTauri. Pierre Gasly wins the Italian Grand Prix. Oh my, is that just wonderful?
Oh my God! What did you do? What did you do? Oh my God, guys, we did it again! Oh my God, yes!
It's unbelievable. I'm not realizing what's happening right now, you know. I mean, as you said, I've been through so much in the space of 18 months. My first podium last year, I was already like, wow, with AlphaTauri, and now my first win in Formula 1 in Monza. I struggle to realize.
Well done, Pierre. The Italian Grand Prix, it's a home win for AlphaTauri.
Gasly managed 5 further points finishes in 2020, amassing 75 in total for a very respectable P10 finish in the final drivers' standings. Meanwhile, at the Red Bull senior team, Albon was experiencing the same pressure that Gasly had endured 12 months previously. But despite his departure, there would be no return for the Frenchman. With Sergio Perez signed to Red Bull, Albon was demoted to reserve. and Gasly kept his seat at AlphaTauri for 2021, partnering the Japanese rookie Yuki Tsunoda. The first half of the season brought the Frenchman multiple points finishes and a magnificent P3 in Azerbaijan. And with the persistent point scoring continuing after the summer break, Gasly was quickly retained for 2022. But his growth and maturity since the 25-year-old's 2019 demotion from Red Bull have given the big bosses plenty to think about. With big technical changes due in 2022, which will provide more competitive cars and closer racing, Gasly and the Red Bull family will be hoping the best is yet to come. As his stock continues to rise, don't bet against this being the face of a future Formula One world champion.